This episode of Tales from Atlantis is brought to you by Atlantis Premium. Don't you just hate having your favorite podcast interrupted by ads like this? Well, dear listener, you're in luck. Because starting at just $3 a month, you can support independent Chicano media and receive ad-free episodes, premium episodes, bonus content, and access to our Discord server. Just visit talesfromatlantis.com and click Go Premium, or follow the link in the show notes. And now, on with the show. My name is Kurly Tlapoyawa, and I love movies. I spent a good chunk of my childhood being snuck into the drive-in by my parents, where I took in double and triple features of cinematic greatness. And when movies became available on home video in the 1980s, well, all bets were off. It's no exaggeration to say that my life was largely shaped by movies. In 2004, I opened Burning Paradise Video, where I offered a carefully curated selection of independent, foreign, underground, and cult films to the public. Welcome to Burning Paradise, my love letter to a bygone era. Episode 6, The Wanderers. Now, The Warriors is one of my favorite films of all time, if not my favorite film of all time. And if you go back and listen to episode 1 of this very special limited podcast series, you will hear that for yourself. Indeed, Walter Hill's 1979 gang classic holds such a special place in my cold, darkened heart that my blind affection has led to many a passionate debate, and even a near fist fight or two, over its artistic merit as a cult film. You see, we diehard cinephiles tend to wear our cinematic tastes firmly on our sleeves, and when someone dares to trash talk a film that we hold dear, well, you'd better hold on to your seatbelts, Junior, because trouble's a-brewin'. And no other gang film has ever matched the pure badassery and retro hipness of The Warriors. But even a jaded refugee of 1970s cinema, such as myself, has to admit, The Wanderers comes pretty damn close.
Back in '63, there was one kind of music.
Yeah, all right, some rock and roll.
One kind of love.
No, not yet. You know, in a couple minutes we're gonna be naked, then what?
You gotta get me the hot.
And all kinds of gangs.
If you ever need us, just whistle loud. We'll be there.
I'm in love. Look at that.
Teenage trouble. The terrors of their turf. There were the Fordham Baldies.
I got a urge tonight.
All right, let's stomp some ass.
The Dell Bombers. The Wongs.
What do we do, Joey? What do we do?
Nothing, they just started chasing me.
And then there were the Wanderers.
Leave the kid alone.
Gotcha.
A legend in their time. The Wanderers. It was their world.
You guys don't know where you're living. You're talking last year. We ain't going with you without these. Then you ain't going with us.
Their rules.
Nice knowing you guys. Wonders forever, right, Joey?
Let's go!
It was their time. But time was running out.
Hey, buddy! Somebody's in trouble!
The Wanderers. Too crazy to run. Too proud to hide.
I don't want to
good to lose.
Wonders forever.
The Wanderers are coming,
Not yet.
and you'll never forget them.
Based on the book by Richard Price, who even appears in the film as a sleazy bowling alley hustler, The Wanderers takes us to the Bronx in the fall of 1963, where ethnic gangs such as the Wongs, the Baldies, and the Dell Bombers rule the streets. Director Philip Kaufman, who did The Right Stuff, of all things, took a few liberties with the book, but the end result was good enough to get Price's nod of approval. The film follows the exploits of the Italian gang known as the Wanderers, led by Richie Gennaro, played by a pre-wise guy Ken Wahl, sporting a mean hairdo and one hell of a unibrow, as they vie for respect and try to score chicks. When a misguided teacher in one of the stupidest class assignments ever attempts to teach his racially stratified class about brotherhood, he nearly ignites a race war in the high school between the Italians and the African Americans. The Wanderers, after unsuccessfully trying to garner support from the other white gangs, decide to settle the dispute in the only rational way possible: a football game. And goddamn, do I not wish that gangs would just settle their differences through sports in the real world. So while our boys prepare for the upcoming big game, they spend their time trying to get with women on the street and not get their asses kicked by the gargantuan members of the Baldies. We get glimpses into the dysfunctional home lives of a few of the Wanderers and follow Richie as he tries to get something going with the academic-minded Nina, played by the always impossibly attractive Karen Allen of Animal House and Raiders of the Lost Ark fame. I swear, is there anyone out there my age that did not have a crush on her? I don't think so. My favorite parts of The Wanderers are when it leaves the normal world of 1960s New York and delves into an eerie, almost horror film-like atmosphere. Now, these scenes occur whenever the gang known as the Ducky Boys make an appearance. The Ducky Boys are an all-Irish gang numbering around 500, and they never speak, and they are no taller than 5 feet. And for some reason, they all look sort of like zombies. I swear, it's as if Kaufman handed over the keys to John Carpenter whenever the Ducky Boys pop up.
Shit!
I think I know who we are. Ducky Boy country.
Holy shit, those are Ducky Boys! Get the hell out of here!
Jesus.
When the Ducky Boys show up during the big football game, you know shit is about to hit the fan. And boy, does it ever. But it does provide a good reason for the racially diverse gangs in attendance to band together against a common foe: angry Irish midgets with baseball bats and knives.
They're here! Hey, look, they're here!
What?
Hey, Ducky Boy!
Where?
Look, I ain't fucking around, man. I saw him. He was here.
Shit, everybody's starting to see things around here. What is this? Can't we just play some football, huh? Come on, let's go. Shit. Ducky Boys. Shit, what are they doing here? Where are they all coming from? Do.
Don't run. We'll fight him.
Not so much a straight gang flick as a coming-of-age story. The Wanderers growing up, the assassination of Kennedy, and our involvement in Vietnam provide the backdrop against which the film is set. The Wanderers is an obscurity worth checking out. And the one thing that sticks out immediately about this film when you watch it is just how great the soundtrack is. In fact, the first 15 minutes alone features some of the best musical cues this side of a Scorsese film. Wanderers Forever.
Just the Wanderers. We gotta stick together.
The end of innocence
You hear me? I'm talking to you.
was only their beginning.
You gonna rumble or something?
Yeah, we want to fight. You nuts, man? Forget it.
There you go again, hurting our feelings.
It's us against the world.
Ken Wahl and Karen Allen find growing up hard to do
If you ever need us, just whistle loud. We'll be there.
when they are
Wanderers forever.
the Wanderers. Saturday on A&E.
Let's stay.
Yeah, we gotta stay. Nobody go. Shit! Behind us, too.
There's hundreds of them.
I think my mother's calling me.
I'm thirsty, fellas. I think I want to get a Coke.
Kill turkey, man.
Jesus! Sons of bitches. Come on. Boys, guys. Frenzy boys.
Watching the movie The Wanderers, when I see the way the Duckies portrayed, my first initial impression watching that movie is, what are they, out of their minds? I mean, there's like zillions of them coming out of nowhere. They got baseball bats. The guys didn't go after people like that. They didn't do things like that. I mean, one gang war? Yeah, okay, things like that happen. They didn't do this. I thought the portrayal of the Ducky Boys in that movie was hysterical. That's my initial reaction. There's a couple of little things that caught me, and I says, This guy, Richard Price, has to either know someone from the Duckies or has, contacted them and talked.
Thank you for listening to Tales from Atlantis, a project of the Chimali Institute of Mesoamerican Arts. If you enjoy the show, please consider becoming a Patreon supporter. You can do this by visiting talesfromatlantis.com and clicking Support the Podcast. Your continued support will help keep the podcast ad-free and independent. Until next time, Timo Itase.